Hi there and welcome to my studio. My name is Gideon, I'm also known as Gideon Slide, and I am a creatively fit coach. Come join me in my studio as we play and have fun at the canvas and in our art journals. What are you waiting for? Here we go. Hi there and welcome to my channel and to my studio. So today I'm going to continue to play with the second page of this epic sunset art journal entry, and I'm just organizing myself to just see if everything is in place. This is what we did last week, and I'm so excited to continue to celebrate these beautiful memories that I have with me and my husband on our honeymoon in Bali. So this particular monoprint that is in the left hand side is one of my very first monoprints I did on my plate, and I was just so happy with those colors, and I'm glad that I saved it for today. So I'm just checking out some of the papers that I created myself, and this is rather sticking to each other, to see what I can use to just capture this beautiful play of light that happened on the beach that beautiful evening in Bali. Now in my personal life, I'm currently just in between a lot of projects. We are buying a home, and there's a lot of activity in my life, so I have to absolutely find the right moment for these art journal entries, and there was a lot of busyness and noise around me when I filmed this part of the process. So I decided to just film and then do a voiceover for you guys a little bit later when it's quiet around me. Right, so now that I've organized myself, this is the most beautiful wax paper that I did some of the ink staining on. I'll definitely have to play with that. And this is a tissue paper that I made with some of the inks. In one of the previous episodes you see me creating that tissue paper background. So now I'm just deciding how I want to place these papers. I want to do something different than last week, but at the same time I really just want to capture this mood, and also I want to just get this page done so that we can start moving on and move forward. So I think in this present moment I really don't want to break up this beautiful monoprint. I want to use it in its totality because I don't want to lose out any of those colors, and I like the balayage effect from it, of lighter pink at the top and the deep magentas and purples at the bottom, but I need something in the background as well. So with my cup of coffee, I think I'm gonna stop overthinking, and I'm gonna go and get this tissue paper down in the background. But first I need to just organize myself. I also have a new glue stick at the top right hand corner. It's a liquid glue that I will be trying out today. So how are you guys doing? Are you playing in your art journals? Are you inspired to begin to try something new with collage papers? I mean, if you are intimidated with paints and trying to create something that is considered beautiful and that you are not shy to show other people, then maybe collaging is a way to get into a creative practice. And Remember, you don't have to share your art with anyone around you. It can be a deeply personal journey as well. If you feel that you are not ready to share your art with other people, that's also fine. But at the same time, I want to encourage you because that is exactly why I created the Creative Art group on Facebook. It is my private art space, and all of the members there are part of our tribe. We all are either in the beginning stages or getting into a creative practice. Some of us are a little bit more experienced, some of us are creative coaches. So there really is a variety of people on my Creative Heart group. And if you join us there, then we can help to support you on your creative journey. So hopefully these inserts and episodes just inspire you to get started and just play with color and celebrate some of the memories that you have in your life in a new and a fresh way. So I'm just using my metal ruler to tear some of these papers, and that was done on ordinary photocopy paper, so it's not special paper, but it will go down very easily. And I must say I'm quite impressed with the new glue that I got, but I'm also getting back into my other glue stick a little bit later that's a little bit drier, because this is like a liquid glue, so some of the papers will curl up a little bit more because there's a lot more moisture in it. So one of the tips that I can give you is to just use a kitchen towel, just to prevent any glue from getting on your fingers. I've learned that lesson the hard way. So if your fingers get too sticky with glue, you can lift up some of the color or some of the collage papers that you've put down and sort of damage them. So do be mindful of that. Like I said before, this is experimental and there's no right or wrong. I'm basically teaching myself how to collage, and through trial and error, using some glues and some techniques that I'm not familiar with, I'm basically teaching myself what works, what it doesn't work, what I should try again, what I should never try again. So, it's like an adventure. So be kind to yourself when you try something new and it doesn't always work out. Just remind yourself, I'm here to play, I'm here to try something new, and then be open to just, observing what you've created in the end and see where you could have improved, what did work, and focus more on what did work rather than on what didn't work as much. Because if you continue to do more of what did work, then automatically you do less of what didn't work. No, that's like a paradox, right? I absolutely just love these metallics and the colors that I used in the previous Gelli print session. They all come in handy right now. And hopefully this also shows you that you don't have to go out to an art supply store or a scrapbooking store to buy expensive packs of paper that everyone has in their scrapbooking collections. It can look rather produced, if I can put it like that. It's neat, it's tidy, it's pretty, but it can leave you feeling like this is not my work. It's just an assimilation of other people's artwork, really, in a one way or another. So by creating your own collage material, like these tissue papers and jelly prints and so forth, you are really able to create a collage that is uniquely yours. And not a great amount of skill is required to create these papers. If you watch some of my previous art journal open studio videos, you will see how I create some of these jelly prints or just playing with some of the inks on tissue paper. It's a lot of fun. So it really is a beginner friendly way to get into collaging. And then I just use photographs that I took on my holidays or on my road trips, and I print them out at a printing store. So it's laser printed, and I must say that it's nice because even if you use a matte medium over it, it does not lift or disturb the ink underneath. I know that some printers, if you use a cheaper ink, it might be disturbed with wet mediums, but if it's laser printed, it should be fine. And that's another reason why we enjoy using the glue sticks, because the papers go down nice and smooth and flat. It doesn't wrinkle as much because there's not so much moisture, and then it allows you also to continue much faster. So you can basically play in your art journal honestly with 20 minutes or 15 minutes every day, and that's a great way to celebrate these memories and to practice exercising your right brain, to just play with color and texture and composition and all of these beautiful elements that we use to create art, without the pressure of producing something that is serious art that needs to be sold and you need to make money of it. The old way of thinking about art is falling away. It's wonderful to produce art that is excellent and on standard and is created specifically for retail. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I do that for, as part of my income as well. But you know what? The act of creating and playing and discovering what makes you happy, what makes your heart sing, there is no price that can be placed on that. The therapeutic effects of creating art is priceless because these things can never be bought. So this is also part of an original printing session that I did the very first time I made monoprints on my plate, Gelli plate. And the way that the paint distributed itself on the plate almost looks like a round sphere of the sun. It reminded me of that sunset in the distant horizon on this photograph, on this page. So I thought this texture, shape and line is repeating what I want to remember about this day on the beach. And you can already see how all of these colors are enhancing the photographs and bringing it forward. So I did force forward the recording because I'm sure you don't want to watch this 3-hour session. So I wanted to get to the point. So I'm cutting out a circular shape here out of one of my previous monoprints in gold and white, and it sort of represents the sun. Now later I did decide to put a drop of magenta in the middle to sort of enhance that pinky red sun glow that we saw that evening. But for now, this breaks up all the square shapes that we have and repeats some of the circle shapes that represents the sun in this beautiful epic sunset evening that we experienced in Bali. So I hope you enjoyed that, and here's the finished work, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye for now.